Do you believe an engine can outlive your car? Or even you? Some engines have proven so durable that they've crossed the 500,000 mile mark and beyond. Today, we're uncovering the incredible design secrets behind legends like the Toyota 22Rs and Mercedes OM617 that made them nearly indestructible. If you want your car to last just as long, keep watching. The secrets these engines hold might surprise you. What makes some engines run effortlessly for more than 500,000 miles, while others struggle to survive a fraction of that? Believe it or not, engine makers don't all play by the same rules, and that creates a world of difference between the machines we trust to take us from point A to point B. While hundreds of thousands of miles on an odometer might sound impossible to many, certain engines have become famous for routinely passing this milestone, and it all comes down to what's happening under the hood. The truth is, most engines simply aren't designed to last that long. Many will encounter serious wear, mechanical failures, or require costly repairs well before they hit 100,000 miles. Poor design choices, cheaper materials, and sometimes a lack of regular upkeep all contribute to shorter lifespans. Take an aluminum engine block, for example. Lightweight and efficient, but far less durable in the long haul compared to one forged from cast iron or reinforced steel. Yet, there are exceptions. Engines engineered with longevity in mind, where every component is carefully chosen to handle the stress of time and miles. An excellent example of this philosophy is Toyota's 22R engine. First introduced in the 1970s, it became famous not for its horsepower or cutting-edge technology, but for its sheer reliability. The 22nd R's secret was its simplicity. Toyota focused on minimizing complexity, using high-quality materials like forged steel, connecting rods, and a cast iron block that could withstand decades of punishment. There aren't layers of unnecessary features that add failure points, meaning the engine stands as one of the most dependable ever built. Cars powered by the 22R, like classic Toyota trucks, have been known to surpass 300,000 miles with just regular oil changes and a bit of TLC. But simplicity isn't the only path to longevity. Look at the legendary Mercedes-Benz OM617 diesel engine. In this case, Mercedes didn't simplify. Instead, they overbuilt. The OM617 features a robust iron block, hardened cylinder heads, and precision German engineering focused entirely on durability. It's not a performance powerhouse, but that's part of the point. By keeping stress on the internal components low, thanks to low-revving diesel operation, it minimized wear and tear, allowing plenty of these engines to surpass the 500,000 mile mark with ease. The philosophy here isn't about cutting corners, but rather ensuring each part can withstand far more demand than it's likely to encounter. Material quality is another essential piece of this puzzle. Engines with cheap mass-produced components, like brittle plastic oil pans or thin aluminum gaskets, are destined to wear out much faster. On the other hand, engines built with stronger materials like forged steel crankshafts or cast iron cylinder heads naturally outlast their competition. Take diesels, for example. The key reason so many diesel engines, such as the Cummins 6BT, dominate the high mileage club is their use of forged steel parts, which can handle immense stress without cracking or failing over time. Combine that with a design focused on handling high compression ratios, and it becomes clear why these engines are often found thriving well past 500,000 miles. Of course, even the best engineered machines need the right kind of care and operation to reach their full potential. Smooth driving habits, in particular, can make or break an engine's lifespan. Accelerating gently, maintaining consistent speeds, and avoiding abrupt stops might seem minor in the moment, but they all help prevent excessive strain on internal components. Engines that endure less extreme temperature spikes or sudden pressure changes will age far more gracefully. It's also why some owners of legendary high-mileage cars can't stop praising their gentle driving approach. It does actually work. But if you're wondering whether you can just coast your way to a 500,000-mile engine milestone with good driving habits alone, the answer is unfortunately no. The synergy between engineering and maintenance is what opens the doors to these epic longevity records. A high-quality engine makes it possible, but proactive habits like routine oil changes, filter replacements, and cooling system care are the real keys to unlocking that potential. Even the most overbuilt machine requires a little help to keep going decade after decade. Did you know some engines haven't just reached 500,000 miles, but have crossed a jaw-dropping 1 million miles? It's hard to imagine an engine surviving that much wear and tear, especially when most vehicles start showing significant issues well before they hit 200,000 miles. But there are rare engines out there that defy the odds, earning legendary status for their ability to keep running long after most cars are in the scrapyard. Of course, the idea of an engine lasting that long raises questions. How do they manage to endure? What's stopping internal parts from breaking apart under the relentless pressure of hundreds of thousands of combustions? The answer lies in both the way they're built and the way they're cared for. But let's start with a few examples of engines that have redefined what reliable means. One of the best-known legends in this category is the Mercedes OM617 diesel engine. This engine, produced in the late 20th century, wasn't designed to be flashy. It was designed to last. Its durable cast-iron block, low-revving diesel operation, and overbuilt components made it a favorite among drivers who wanted their cars to run forever. Many OM617 engines routinely exceeded 500,000 miles, and a number of them even hit the 1 million mark, often requiring nothing more than consistent oil changes and occasional valve adjustments. European taxis famously used this engine, racking up insane mileage numbers that seemed borderline unrealistic. Then there's the Volvo Redblock, an engine with a reputation so strong it's almost impossible to talk about reliability without it coming up. The Redblock, which powered countless Volvo models from the 1970s through the early 1990s, earned its nickname from its extremely sturdy, red-painted iron block. It was simple and over-engineered, featuring tough components that didn't rely on cutting-edge technology to deliver performance. Instead, it prioritized longevity over trendiness, and that strategy paid off. Stories of original owners driving their Redblock engines well past 500,000 miles are everywhere, and in many cases, the cars themselves ended up rusting out before the engine ever showed signs of stopping. Another name to remember is Honda's B-Series engine. While Honda built plenty of reliable engines, the B-Series stood out because it combined performance with longevity. These engines were mostly found in popular models like Civics and Integras from the late 1980s through the early 2000s, and owners loved their high-revving, responsive nature. But what made them legendary wasn't just their performance. It was their ability to perform consistently over hundreds of thousands of miles with basic maintenance. Their secret was precision engineering, lightweight but durable materials, and a design that balanced power output with reliability. Diesel trucks also deserve a special mention here because when it comes to high mileage records, they dominate the conversation. A great example is the Cummins 6BT, nicknamed the 12-valve. This engine, commonly found in Dodge Ram trucks, is practically indestructible. Built like a tank with forged steel internals and designed to handle immense levels of stress from towing and heavy-duty work, the 6BT routinely racks up 500,000 miles, or more, on a regular basis. And because diesel engines naturally operate at lower RPMs than gas engines, their components experience less wear, giving models like the Cummins-powered trucks a huge longevity advantage. But longevity isn't just about the engine itself. It also comes down to how the owner treats it. Take the story of the 2007 Toyota Tundra, owned by delivery driver Victor Shepard. His truck, powered by Toyota's 4.7-liter V8 engine, reached over 1 million miles in just 9 years, thanks to relentless driving, clocking around 125,000 miles per year. Shepard credited his Tundra's endurance to routine maintenance. He brought it in for service every 5,000 miles without fail, ensuring it received new oil, filters, and inspections. Similarly, there's the case of a 1999 Ford F-350 Super Duty that also hit 1 million miles. Its owner, who used it largely for towing, kept the engine alive by staying consistent with oil changes and regularly replacing worn parts before they caused major failures. These real-world examples show that while over-engineered components like cast iron blocks and forged steel crankshafts are critical, they're only part of the equation. Timely oil changes, properly cooling the engine, and addressing small issues before they compound into bigger problems create the perfect partnership between great engineering and attentive ownership. Cars that manage to last this long aren't just lucky, they're treated with discipline, care, and respect.